Hello and welcome. Today I've got for you this ERIBA car. It is a vehicle which was introduced by Hymer for the 2024 season, and so it's been on the road now for some time, but so far I haven't actually seen any on the road, so I don't know if that's a reflection of how many have been sold or not. It is a vehicle which harks back to a different age, and you can see with its sort of retro look to it that it's possibly going back to the original glory days of the VW camper itself. So let's have a look inside. It doesn't actually look like a VW camper, and I'm sure it doesn't drive like the VW campers used to drive like. Not only that, when you come in, you've got this wonderful feeling of space, and you've got finishing, which rather reminds me, at least, of a motorhome rather than a campervan. So the fittings are quite outstanding. As you can see, we've got here a flare which extends the body, so that's this bit that sticks out here. That gives you more space for lying down, and we've got a flare at this side. Obviously this is where the side that the door is on, so this flare can't be so big as the one on the other side. Somebody mentioned in the comment section about flares being a danger to passing traffic. I don't think they are, but we'll have a look at that from the outside as well. And really excellent fittings. I mean, this is really quite outstanding in my opinion. But I need to point out one thing here, that this comes at a cost, and the cost is, I don't know. I don't think you're going to get much change out of a six-figure sum. It's I'm talking here euros, but anyway, there you can have a look at the washroom. Very spacious for a vehicle of this size. We've got the sink here, comes down like that, and not only that, there's even a bit of a cubby hole behind the sink. There's the duckboard below. There's a, quite know what a concertina door here. There we go, like that. All over this side we will find two burners, and here we've got a sink, we've got the drawers below. Okay, space to do cooking on. We've also got this. Now here I'm not so keen on this bit here at all. This is what I would term a complete waste of space. So we do have the elastic for holding things in here, but to be quite honest, that needs a sliding to stop it. You would not drive off with a glass thing here. I appreciate an event like this is here for decoration, but you know, something like this falls off, bang, comes down here and smash onto that. I do need to point out though that these things here are quite strong. Something fell on top of mine when I was moving, and it didn't even scratch the glass. But maybe I was lucky on that one. Note also, there's no storage above the driving position. Now I'm all in for storage. I want storage everywhere, but I find when you put storage above there, it cramps the driving position. So for me personally, I like it like that. I like it open, like to be able to stand up when I'm walking back, as that to me is very important. Coming down here, we'll find we've got the panel. Here, this is the Hymer panel, which you also see in the motorhomes. So you touch this, and then you can do things like turn your lighting on. You can see what the score is on your batteries, for example. Down here you can see it's less than 10% water, less than 10% wastewater. I hope that both of those are empty in this case. We can also see what what's happening with the electricity. You can turn things on and off from here. Press that. So here, if I turn, there's the lighting. It's in German at the moment. I can put it into English. So if I turn that off, the lighting goes off. And I turn it back on again so you can see what's happening. That's for the fridge. I won't touch that. And you've got other things such as the details about the vehicle and the electricity situation there. You've got that again. If you don't, other than the the information came up front, so installing everything and etc. I won't go through the whole thing now. There's a little, I don't know if that's storage or what it is, but once more though, if you're going to put something like that in, use it, make it usable. This is the problem. People who build these things don't use them. They don't understand that things need to be practical. So that's another bad mark here. I think the seating here, obviously there's a huge choice of seating. I think this is very practical there. Here we've got the fridge, which opens like that. There's the fridge. There's something for the outer bit, so if you want to do some cooking outside or something like that, you can leave your stuff on that. Let's go to the back of this vehicle as well. So you can see stacks of space there as well, and also looks quite nice. And here we've got the gas car compartment, and in there space for 2 gas cylinders. So this is the 6-meter version. Drawer there, and here's your instruction book. Books, not just one, books. We'll have a look at inside some others as well whilst we're here. So let's have a look in here. If it's open, that is. It might be closed. Now, isn't that nice? The rear lounge. So a rear lounge in such a small vehicle. Now, obviously, if you've got a rear lounge, it's great for looking out the window. And are the windows big enough, or do you want bigger windows than that? Because the whole point of the rear lounge is to look out the window, isn't it? So anyway, I'll just leave that one with you. This will convert into a bed as well. Now, in order to make this rear lounge, they've got rid of the front-facing bench, so that's quite logical. We've got the fridge there. It's one of these fridges, a different type of fridge. This one's the one that opens 2 ways from Dometic. We've got a wardrobe up here. There's the wardrobe, and in here we've got the washroom. So if you want something like this, a rear lounge, this is possibly, and this is the same, 2 burners and a sink. I find rear lounge models very attractive to actually look at. The problem is, of course, that they're not particularly practical. And and now I mentioned the flare, so you can see how big the flare is on this side, and here it's much smaller. Now, is that a danger to vehicles? I don't think it is, because if you look, the outer part of the body is sort of sloping in, isn't it? I'm exaggerating now, but the bit that comes out, it doesn't maybe it is slightly greater than the footprint in this case, but it only comes, it's a matter of millimeters, in my opinion. So, I mean, if a cyclist comes past trying to overtake, unless they're sort of cycling at an angle like that, I don't think they're going to hit it. That's my opinion, but a couple of people have brought that one up in the comments section. We can have a look inside. It's not that this is a mess, I must point out. It's because people are setting their stands up here. I'll leave this up here now just to point out how this all works. So here, press this, comes on, or it doesn't come on, as the case may be. And now, so where's the lighting? Probably here, living room, and there's no 12 volt. So that's it. We're not going to do any better than that. It's not going to come on at all. But anyway, you can see the different layout in here, the different color scheme, and look, the back, it's largely the same. Now, if you want to know a price, I'll put one in. I'll put it in the comments section once I find out, the description I should say. But I do need to point out though, for something like this, we are looking 6 figures. Anyway, close that like that, and move it up. So that is the ERIBA car, 6 meters, with either a rear lounge, or you've got the widthwise bed at the back. So if you found that interesting, thanks so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting, and all the best for me, and bye for now.